Good afternoon. Welcome and thank you all for being here today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brian Hatch, and I am the mayor of the city of Knoxville. Today marks a historic day for Marion County and the community of Knoxville. I am pleased to announce that earlier today, Marion County and the city of Knoxville partnered together to obtain the vacant VA campus through agreements with both state and federal government entities. In case some of you are unaware, the VA campus consists of 153 acres that lie entirely within our corporate limits today. From its creation, the campus has been under federal jurisdiction, completely restricting our local government's ability to access or impact the campus in any way. So what does this agreement mean for our community? The VA campus that has sat vacant and abandoned for several years is now under the control of our local government. The city and the county will work together to bring new life into this land and turn it into a thriving part of the Knoxville community. Now that we have ownership of the property, our next steps are clear. The city and county will immediately begin planning the demolition and development of the area. This will be a multi-phase project that will likely span out over several years. Within the previously mentioned agreement with the State Historical Preservation Office, the city and county have negotiated to market the two oldest buildings on the campus for a 60-day period of time. This will be a concentrated effort focused on preserving those buildings according to the Secretary of Interior standards for the treatment of historic properties. For years, Knoxville has been proud to be home to the VA hospital. It has played a huge part in Knoxville and the surrounding area for decades. So it is only fitting that we honor the men and women who served our country, as well as the employees and families whose lives have been intertwined with the VA's legacy for so many years. We plan to name the area the Veterans District and would like to retain the original campus patriotic street names in our development plan. We certainly don't want this to be the end of a legacy, but the beginning of a new chapter that will breathe renewed life into the property and our community. Naturally, we don't have all the specifics worked out at this point. We will do our best to inform the community with any updates as we continue to work on our development plans throughout the next several months to come. In the meantime, today is a day for the Knoxville community to celebrate as we turn the page on a new chapter in Knoxville's future. The process to acquire this property has been a very long and tiring road with many, many hours of work, conference calls, and negotiations over the past few years. It would be an understatement to say how excited we are to finally achieve this milestone. I cannot express how proud I am of our local community leaders. This win is an example of our community coming together to reclaim its future. It is the result of the resilience and determination of local leaders, organizations, committees, and individuals all coming together to determine our fate. I want to take a minute to personally thank all of those who have played such an instrumental part in this process over the past several years. The VA Task Force, Knoxville Veterans Alliance, General Services Administration, Iowa State Historic Preservation Office, the Advisory Council on Historic Preservation, Iowa Economic Development, 571 Polson Developments, Knoxville City Council and staff, Knoxville Chamber of Commerce, Marion County Board of Supervisors, Marion County Development, and all of the citizens of Knoxville and the surrounding area for their trust and patience as we have navigated through this process for so many years. Thank you. None of this would have been possible without these individuals stepping up, being innovative, and working together for the greater good of the Knoxville community. I am proud of the work we've accomplished over the past few years. It is a shining example of why I will always choose Knoxville and Marion County. Now I'd like to turn it over to Mark Ramey, Chairman of the Marion County Board of Supervisors.
Thank you, Brian. This is a historic day for Marion County and Knoxville. Because of the vision and leadership of the people up here in this room, and many who could not be here, we have turned the page on the history of the VA campus, Knoxville, and Marion County. This is a win for the future of our county and the city of Knoxville. I want to add my thanks to those Brian mentioned. I want to thank Chris Kramer, Director of Iowa Cultural Affairs, who's here with us today, Debbie Durham, Director of Iowa Economic Development. They were instrumental in guiding us and leading us through this process. John Robinson, Melvin Freeman, Mike Copeland, who's up here on the stage from GSA, Mike Nardini, the City of Pella. As you know, the Marion County Board of Supervisors has also done a similar project with the Prairie Ridge Development in Pella, and Mike has been a counselor during the development of the financing for this project. I want to thank Carla Ising in our Economic Development Department for the county, put us in contact with Debbie, which helped move things forward. I want to thank the City of Knoxville, specifically Aaron Adams and Mayor Brian Hatch. This is potentially the largest public infrastructure project Marion County has ever undertaken. Along with the recently approved Prairie Ridge development in Pella, the Board of Supervisors is committing an estimated $20 million for the development of needed workforce housing. Because of the magnitude and importance of our investment in the future, I also want to thank my colleagues on the Board of Supervisors, Steve McCombs and Keisha Johnner. They too have agreed with the vision that we have articulated during the course of our meetings discussing the VA campus. It is an honor to serve with them. As Brian mentioned, this is a unique partnership. Unique in the sense that we are unlocking the value that exists within our county through leveraging our own financial capacity. It is unusual for counties to take this kind of step and to this magnitude, but we believe it is important to reinvest in essential infrastructure development. From a business standpoint, it makes sense to take action right now. The longer we delay, the more costs increase. We have pursued many options to try to do something different with the VA campus, looking at a variety of different financing options. None were available. The best and most courageous course of action is for Marion County and the City of Knoxville to take on this campus development ourselves. If we wait, the costs will certainly go up. Again, I want to reiterate, we have tried for many years. Local community leaders have tried for many years to pursue other options in the acquisition of the VA. Those were unsuccessful. The Board of Supervisors believes that when the VA closed, the impact was greater than just Knoxville. It took a toll on our entire county. It was one of our largest employers. That's why we feel it is appropriate for the county to step in and be the financer on this project. Marion County is home to many thriving manufacturers and businesses, and the need for workforce development and workforce housing is greater than ever. Today does mark a new chapter. Having local control of the VA campus not only benefits the local Knoxville community, but it also benefits Marion County. We believe it benefits the state of Iowa, and we will reap the rewards in the future. Here's what some of those benefits will be. Developing the VA property will create more affordable housing for middle-class families. We believe, and this is cited in our Polson development study, that the housing that the VA will produce will be roughly 697 mixed housing units, an estimated population of 1,558 people. We believe the valuation will come in somewhere around $144 million if fully developed. We expect an increased workforce, and we continue to expect commercial property values to increase. This is a good thing for our community economically. With a low unemployment rate of 9.7, Marion County has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the state of Iowa. We need additional workforce to move into our county. As a result of this increased population and workforce, Knoxville's school enrollment is also expected to grow. So the importance of the Knoxville Community School District Facilities Project couldn't be more pronounced. It is relevant to the VA campus development that we look to our other infrastructure needs. including our schools. They go hand in hand. It goes without saying that the local economy, the business district, the schools, the hospital, and the housing market are all dependent upon each other to have a thriving, successful community. Again, I want to reiterate how proud we are of this partnership, how unique this partnership is, and how bright the future looks for Knoxville and for Marion County. With that, I'll turn it back to Brian.
Thank you, Mark. Right now, I'd like to invite Michael Copeland, Heartland Regional Administrator of the U.S. General Services Administration, forward to present a deed transfer certificate of the property.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today is a great day, and I'm honored to be here representing the United States General Services Administration. I would like to thank a few folks. First of all, thank you, Mayor Hatch, and I'd like to acknowledge some others as well. Adam Dabrowski, Regional Director for U.S. Senator Chuck Grassley. John Hallreich, Regional Director for U.S. Senator Ernst. Bree Dennison, District Representative for U.S. Congressman Dave Loebsack. The Honorable Amy Sinclair, State Senator representing Iowa's 14th District. The Honorable John Thorpe, State Representative for Iowa's 28th District. The Honorable Mark Ramey, and the Honorable Brian Hatch, and all the distinguished guests that are with us here today. Today is a terrific day that I know many have been looking forward to for some time, and it is my privilege to present the certificate of deed transfer to the mayor and the county supervisor chairman. Would you please come forward? This reads, Certificate of Deed Transfer. This certificate is given in recognition of the commitment made by Marion County, by the city of Knoxville, to ensure the preservation and reuse of the former Knoxville Veterans Affairs campus, built in 1920 and transferred to Marion County by a deed executed on January 15, 2020. I extend my congratulations and best wishes to Marion County and the city of Knoxville. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Mayor?
All right, Brian.
The future is bright for Knoxville, and we are anxious and excited to begin the next phase of this development project. I encourage you to please stay updated with the VA development progress at our website, www.knoxvillevadistrict.com. For the press in attendance, there is also a media kit available on that website. This concludes our press conference. We thank you for taking the time to join us today to celebrate this historic milestone. We will have time for group pictures on the stage immediately following this conference. After that, Mark and I will be available for a few minutes for any questions. Please help yourself to some refreshments, and thank you again for your time.
Thank you for coming.